Hi all. I've decided to do a new sort of video series on this channel called How to Fanganronpa, which will be touching on points to making your own Fanganronpa, in my personal opinion. As you can tell, this is episode 1, Making Your Protagonist, so let's just hop right into it. So, first up, we have the very basis for this character, which is what is their name? Is it their actual name, a nickname, or a code name? The most important thing here is that their name should have some meaning and relate back to them in some way. Look at most of the Danganronpa characters, they do. Who can I use? Nagito's name is a given boy's name and an actual surname, but it can also be the anagram for I am Makoto Naegi or Makoto Naegi-da. Or another example is like the contrast between Hajime's first name and Akane's surname. One means the beginning and the other one means the end. There's Miu's surname Iruma, which could be making reference to a city in the Saitama prefecture, or it can also be roughly translated as entering space, etc., etc. The names usually relate back to the character in some way. Next up is, what is their talent? Why do they have their talent? Do they like their talent? And if there are any stereotypes regarding the talent, does your character conform to the stereotypes or break the stereotypes? Is your athletic protagonist a big mean bully, or are they a soft person who opposes bullying? If your protagonist is a scientist, are they a shy, quiet nerd or a ruthless, relentless bully? What are they? Next up is, where is your character from? Are they from Japan, Wales, Canada, New Zealand, Ghana? Where are they from? Does where they're from have an effect on their backstory? Does this lead to them having any quirks whilst speaking? Do they have a noticeable accent? Because obviously, your OC who grew up in Germany her entire life will have a heavy German accent. That is not worth challenging. It's just going to happen, And you don't need to mention every sentence that she has a heavy German accent, but just once or twice would be good, And finally, what does your protagonist believe in? Do they believe in hope, the future, reality, or something completely else? Yet again, versus themes tend to be better or more liked, hope versus despair, fiction versus reality, past versus future, logic versus emotion, they tend to be more popular. Good versus bad, that's a really, popular one. But your theme can also be something that is outside of the versus themes, it could be a moral or ethical question. It could be something like that. Hell, your theme could even be based off of the entire concept of just because you're correct doesn't mean you're right, which, if I know that sounds like it's contradicting itself, but what it really means is just because you are logistically correct does not mean that you are morally right, which is a theme that could be explored, especially in a killing game, Yet again, your protagonist has to believe in something, and whatever that thing is, your antagonist and mastermind need to believe in whatever the opposite of that thing is. Makoto believes in hope, Junko believes in despair, Hajime believes in future, Nagito believes in past, Shuichi believes in reality, Samugi believes in fiction. Even side characters in Danganronpa has versus themes. Tenko believes in emotion, whilst Angie believes in logic, which in the case of Tenko and Angie is actually a trope flipped on its head. The atheist is the emotional one, whilst the theist is the logical one, it's usually flipped the other way around in media, where the atheist thinks with logic and the theist thinks with emotion, And another thing too that I didn't note down here is your protagonist should be interesting. Make me like them or dislike them. There needs to be an impact other than just meh, I guess they were there. Make them relatable but interesting. Anyways, that wraps up this first video that I've kind of had to re-record 70 million times. Anyways, before I leave, I want to quickly say, if y'all aren't subscribed to this channel, you should subscribe. Expect more Fanganronpa related stuff down the road. If you haven't liked this video, you should also like it too, and comment. That would really mean a lot. Also, I do have a gaming channel where I post Minecraft, Genshin, and The Sims 4. It will mainly focus on Minecraft, but the other two will be heavy game, not heavy hitters, but like more predominantly featured on the channel as well. It would also mean like a lot to me if y'all like did go over there and check out those videos and subscribe. Anyways, yeah, check out my gaming channel, link in the description. Anyways, bye now, lol.